Wow, this is the mysterious Dr. Stereo in the house once more, ladies and gentlemen. I have a hearty welcome to another episode of Mono Stereo, the world in 3 dimensions. This time I am in Werder. Werder an der Havel is a German village near Potsdam, which is located near Berlin. And Werder is an island, and it's got a tree blossom festival 2 weeks from now. A little bit of blooming is indeed going on the trees here. This is a 300-year-old tree. No kidding. And this is the reason why I'm here today, because it's beautiful weather, because everything is in bloom, sort of. And I also got my blooming jacket on, but it's very hot, so it's made of plastic, so I take it off. And I got another blooming t-shirt underneath as well. So this is a 300-year-old tree, and I have something to present you that is around 200 years, and it is this thing. What kind of thing is this? It's a funny thing. It got 2 round things here and 1 thing over here, and it looks like a Viewmaster, a self-made Viewmaster from the Stone Ages, and indeed it is the grandfather of the Viewmaster. It is a Brewster stereoscope. Brewster stereoscope from, grab your seats, ladies and gentlemen, from 1860. Good Lord. I found it recently in a thrift or a pawn shop in Berlin. Cost me 80 euros. It came with a stereoscopic photo from the Neue Fotografische Gesellschaft AG Berlin-Steglitz 1904. Berlin Photographic Society, and it's a number 46, genre Bilder, genre images, and it's this woman. I put it in here. And let's see what it looks like. So I gotta open this lid, and there's a mirror to reflect the sunlight onto the photo, and now I can see the woman. It's a very beautiful woman. I can see every detail. I can see each and every hair on her head. It's a photo that is over 100 years old, and it's so fantastic quality. It's really good. This is my first Brewster stereoscope, and it is made mostly for transparencies, for 3-dimensional transparencies, not paper prints, because this is a transparent glass, and you would put the transparency in there and could watch it. But if you had a paper print, you had to open the lid and to reflect the sun with a mirror. Mr. Brewster invented this thing. In fact, he did not. It was another guy who invented it, but Mr. Brewster took action to get it manufactured, and so all the fame fell onto him. And this is now known as the Brewster stereoscope. The next stereoscope in line that was invented was this one. It is a so-called Holmes stereoscope. I bought it for 10 euros at a flea market in Germany. The handle grip is missing, and also the Gestänge, the hold for the card. Because normally you would place the card here, it would not fall down, it would place here, and you could hold it there and look. And then you could say, wow, this is really good, I can see a 3-dimensional image. It's not as large as with the Brewster stereoscope, because these are prism wedges, and they do not magnify the image. They just help you to get it fused for your eyes, and so you see it in 3D, but not enlarged. This thing was built in counts of millions. Each and every home around the late 19th century had such a thing. You can see it here is a stereoscopic photo of a woman at home using this thing. And you can see how she uses it. She sits in her chair, has the drawer beside her, where she keeps all her stereoscopic cards, and then she takes one out and watches it. And now, magic, funny thing, we step from 1904 into the future, 105 years. It's the year 2009. What do we got here? It's this thing, it's the OWL, the London stereoscopic company OWL stereoscope, patent applied for. And it's a modern stereoscope. It's inside the box here. Oop. What up? It looks like this, like an owl. In Germany we like to say OWL because it's written with an O, but I learned recently that it's pronounced OWL. So you have the OWL and you can fold it. It's a foldable stereoscope. You put it like this. Zack, and then like this, zack, and then you have an adjustment for the focus. And this is a Stereoscope for the 21st century, as the London Stereoscopic Company says, and you can watch these old stereo cards just as easily. It's built on perfection. You put it in like this, zack, and you look, and wow, these are very good lenses. They're made of plastics, but they are free of chromatic aberration, so you have a undisturbed color enjoyment if you got colored cards. And it magnifies, and it's sharp like hell. And you have, wow, you can see this woman better than with the Holmes stereoscope or the Brewster stereoscope. So if you're thinking by yourself, whoa, these 3D cards are kind of interesting and perhaps I'm gonna try to collect them, get this one. The other ones are nice for the drawer, to show friends, oh, here, look, I've got a Brewster stereoscope. But this is the thing you should use for viewing. And that brings us back again to the Brewster stereoscope, because the London Stereoscopic Company publishes books with reprints of stereo cards, and they publish reprinted stereo cards as well. We have the Poor Man's Picture Gallery, we have Scenes in Our Village by T.R. Williams, and we got Diableries ou Voyage dans l'autre monde vu au stéréoscope. These are French three-dimensional stereoscopic cards, and these are scenes with little devils and skeletons from 1860. More than 160 years from now, and they were printed on tissue. I wonder how these could survive at all, because this is a reprint on cardboard. It's very, nothing happens. But these original tissues were printed on very thin paper. This was a cardboard frame, and inside they were very frail and very delicate tissue, and you had a black and white image from the one side, and if you placed it inside the Brewster stereoscope, like this, and you let the sun or the light shine from behind, then you would recognize that there was a color painted on the back side, and the monochromatic images were turned colored, and the eyes of the little devils and skeletons would have had little holes, so the light could shine through the little holes, and you have a very eerie resemblance of the scene, like you have it now with these reprints, because you have reprinted the color side. It's really great. It's a great collectible item. These are the 4 boxes that I bought. They got a lot more. Diableries, Serie, what is this? Serie A, box 1 and box 2. Scenes in Our Village, and the Poor Man's Picture Gallery. Poor Man's Picture Gallery is very funny. It's a reprint of stereo cards that have been taken after paintings. There was a painting that not everybody could see because it was hanging in the museum, and so they made photos with actual people and in 3D as a bonus. And if you take this card, this is really my favorite, Derby Day, The Turf. Stereo card by Alfred Sylvester, originally published in 1859. Now hold your breath. Do you see what I see? Isn't that a marvel? 1859. Could view this all day long. So here we are. And if you want to know more about stereoscopic things, then tune on in this channel. There's this thumb up somewhere down. You might hit it and tell me you like this video. You can write in the comments why you don't like it or why you like it, and you can ask me questions and ask me something or give me an advice about themes that I can handle in the next episodes of Mondo Stereo, the world in 3 dimensions. I'm your host, the mysterious Dr. Stereo, and now I'm gonna take a bath or a sunbath, I don't know. See you next time.